Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are shortcutting you straight to the heart of a really major breakthrough in AI efficiency.
Yeah, a big one. We're talking about how we get these huge auto-regressive models, the LLMs, to handle complex long-term planning.
Right. And the central problem has always been what they call the sparse reward problem.
Exactly. I mean, think about trying to teach someone to bake a cake, but you only say good job if the final perfect cake is done. They get zero feedback on mixing, on baking time, nothing.
So they're just guessing.
They're just guessing. And for an LLM that operates token by token, that kind of raw action approach just fails completely. It's the core challenge of hierarchical reinforcement learning, HRL.
And this deep dive really turns that whole idea on its head. The discovery is that these abstract plans, these subroutines, they're already in there.
Right. They're implicitly learned and just sitting in the internal activations of a pre-trained model. That's the part that's so shocking. We thought we had to teach it how to plan.
But the pre-training on next token prediction already did it.
It already did the heavy lifting. Researchers found they could literally decode an agent's high-level subgoals, its intentions, just by looking at the data flowing inside the model.
Hold on, you're saying there's a literal plan just hiding in there. For our listeners, when you say internal data, where exactly are we looking?
We're looking at what's called the residual stream. You can think of it as the model's internal highway, or maybe its working memory.
Okay, it's scratch pad.
Exactly. And the plans are not only there, they're surprisingly easy to control.
And the way they do it seems almost too simple. You just insert a small linear controller partway through the model.
Yep, right into the mid-depth. Not at the beginning, not at the end.
Why there specifically?
Because the layers after that point are what translate an abstract goal, like open the door, into the hundreds of tiny low-level actions needed to actually do it.
So you're basically hijacking the model mid-thought.
You're steering it.
Hmm.
And this lets you do compositional generalization. You can string together open door and pick up key in new ways the model has never seen before.
Okay, but if that works, how does the system figure out what controls to insert in the first place? How do you find those clean subroutines?
That's the genius of the metacontroller. It's another higher-level model that learns to generate these controller codes.
And it does this without any labels.
Totally unsupervised.
Yeah.
It just reads from the base model's residual stream and then writes its chosen controller code right back in.
And the key to actually splitting the task up into those chunks is this dynamic switching unit, the beta T.
That's the one. It learns a rate that decides when to introduce a new controller code. So if beta T is low, the subroutine keeps running.
Like keep walking across the room.
Exactly. Then, once that subroutine is done, beta T spikes, and the metacontroller switches to the next high-level action. It's what creates true temporal abstraction.
Now, the sources were really clear that the base model has to be frozen. That seems counterintuitive. Aren't you stopping it from learning the new task?
It seems that way, but it's a critical constraint.
Yeah.
If you freeze the pre-trained model, you force the metacontroller to find those efficient sparse signals that already exist in the latent structure.
And if you don't freeze it?
If you co-train everything, the whole system just finds a messy, degenerate solution. The real value is in mining the structure that pre-training already built.
So this brings us to the new paradigm, internal RL. You treat the huge base model as just part of the environment and do RL on those abstract controller codes. How much better is it?
The results are pretty dramatic. On these complex, sparse reward tasks, standard RL methods, and even other HRL baselines just fail completely.
It's zero success.
Zero. But internal RL gets high success rates and fast. Because it's operating on that abstract time scale, it basically solves the credit assignment problem.
This is a huge deal. It pushes back hard against that stochastic parrot idea, that LLMs just mindlessly repeat sequences.
It really does. This is strong evidence of implicit planning of abstraction that's learned just from predicting the next token.
Which leaves a pretty provocative final thought for you, our listener.
If these powerful, goal-directed plans are already embedded inside a model's residual stream, just waiting, what other complex reasoning capabilities could we unlock by learning to reinforce just these internal activations in our giant language models? The future of RL might already be inside the machine.